Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the Snake Pit. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the 24th-ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Wisconsin's offense will start this game off. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable. Joe Thomas will be proud. Just paving the way, just physical. They always can block the run game so well, and they're going to establish it. Every game Wisconsin plays, they're going to run the football.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for room. It's White. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
The give to the tailback. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got to fit.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Wisconsin 7, Maryland 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Maryland's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David.
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground. And they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also...
Ball in the air, intercepted!
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught! Touchdown, Badger!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellows, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite the resume.
Running back searching for a hole.
Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Trying play action. Got it in the middle, it's Ray. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Terrapins are on the move. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
With jet sweep pass. Discards a man. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And that's what we've got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
And the Terrapins want to move quickly. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Looking to throw it again. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
Man, I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Quick completion on the out route. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The inside handoff. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
Wisconsin 14, Maryland 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
It's a mid-stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Wisconsin 21, Maryland 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is out of bounds.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels, and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
He's going to let it go. He made the catch, past the marker, also past the sideline. He's out of bounds. It'll be fourth down.
The defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
On the The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Now 2nd and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Caught over the middle. It's Howard. Open space at the 25. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Got the quick pass. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Coming after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Feeling some heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Air Force rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Falcon Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Back to pass. It's fired. Going up top. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's White. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout is called, and it's the defense.
Now,
Sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Manning. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
timeout, Maryland.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Badgers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. They'll give it to the back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets it out quickly. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Fair catch called for and made. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. He's got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down. Looking deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And the Badgers have this offense rolling. Movement here from the tight end. Here's the handoff. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push. There was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the kicker.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down.
Might as well give it to him again. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Running it to the right. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll put the tight end in motion. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. 3rd and goal where the strong come through. Defense wants to bring the heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able... Oh, they block it! That's a live ball, and the defense has it. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. To the air. It's fired. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw. It's fired. Makes his connection. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's White. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badger! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Western Kentucky was far from the friendly confines of Bowling Green, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And, oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Terrapins will hustle to the line.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. To the air. It's Meyer. Trying to get to it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. He finds his man. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. And the Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. Going up top on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They're going to throw it again. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Still looking. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Buckley. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 35. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And they spike it to stop the clock.
Throw is incomplete. It's now 2nd down.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pocket starts to collapse. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's